Gugul, Schonenulig, Feliz Navidad, Happy Christmas, Joy, Noel. How's it going, man? Happy Christmas to the lot of you. It's a hell of a occasion, Jackie. Jackie Treehorn treats objects like women, man. So here we are, Christmas Day. I was nearly going to bail on you, ladies and gentlemen. I was nearly going to bail on you because I have a lot of stuff to be getting done. Got to pack, wrap the presents. Got to be up early in the morning. Oh, stop the lights. So much to do. So much to see. Cousin Carmine, welcome to the party. It's going to be a brief stream today. I decided to stream with a White Russian tonight because I have to say the old stomach was bad after the very spicy Bloody Mary. But welcome in. I'll let you all pour into the stream on this Christmas Eve. It's actually Christmas Day here right now, 1:30 a.m. And I have to say that it is a very picturesque, perfect Christmas in terms of the snow, the weather. It was heavily snowing here. And I think in the last 2 days, maybe like near enough a foot of snow, -9 this morning. Really crispy, beautiful day. Oh, and I had to drive into the city to get some things. And yeah, she was cold, -9 degrees Celsius. But it was, as I was driving through the city, I saw some people outside, sleep or sitting rough outside of a McDonald's. And you just kind of think to yourself, it's a time to reflect on those people who are a lot more worse off than we are. And it's a time to give thanks to everything we have, because I know sometimes things can be tough going, especially these days with the price of everything and the stress that is on the individual, and the fact that we seem to be spiritually and physically, mentally attacked from every angle. And I've been on the old fucking Twitter crack, and even during Christmas, people can't stop themselves from showing footage of war and combat. And it goes on even through a time that should be celebrated for peace. Still the war goes on down in Gaza, and it feels like the world is pretty much in the grip of satanic forces. And I don't say it's satanic lightly. I think these people who are profiting off war and destruction are conduits for evil, and they've sold out. A little bit like RoboCop, OCP, which, funny enough, I watched today, and I have a little funny story. I was looking through Amazon, Jeff Bezos cunts, and I was, saying to the kids, I was like, "What do you want to watch? Do you want to watch RoboCop?" And I was like, "Sure, I was watching RoboCop as a kid. Didn't do me any harm." Paul Verhoeven, and the very end when Murphy, aka RoboCop, comes into the OCP boardroom meeting, and his fourth directive is that he cannot kill or harm or arrest an OCP higher up official, and he gets fired and shoots your man. And my son was there watching it, and he goes, "Yes, yes, yes!" And then as he goes out the window, he cheers like his favorite football team just won the Champions League. And then the bad guy goes out the window and he falls down. And he laughed so much. And I thought it was so funny. And he goes, "I love it when movies do the thing you want them to do." And we both laughed like so much that he actually pissed himself. And yeah, so good evening was had. Good evening was had. So let's have a look at your comments here, everybody. I wasn't ignoring you. Cousin Carmine, Merry Christmas, Martin. Merry Christmas, you too. Gal27, happy Crimbo. JK, Merry Christmas, Mr. Durkin. LG, happy Christmas, brother. Have a good one. Neo, how are you doing? Merry Christmas to you and the fam. Been a while since I caught one. Well, good to have you back. The dude abides, says LG. Merry Christmas, Mahan. Was only watching the Hardy Books Christmas special. Nice one. Nice little touch. Mikey J. Feliz Navidad. Shawneen Thornton. Hoy Shawneen. Happy Christmas, Martin. And all the books in the chat. Sounds fresh. Oh. Ooh. Oh, yeah. If it's good enough for Jeff Bridges, she's good enough for me. I wore a Santa hat. I did. I thought I'd wear a Santa hat, and you like this, Missy. It's your favorite. This cozy number that the old lady bought me about 10 years ago, and I was like, she bought that uptown, man, in Swinford. But I do wear it often. It was a good quality garment, and it has served me well through the years. Shawneen, how you doing, brother man? Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good pint. Very well put. Very, very, very beautiful words there, Sean. Beautiful words. White Russian, nice big Lebowski job. Yeah. Wie wants the White Russian you have on you now, Shawneen Thornton? These days, man, knows the price of everything, but not its value. I mean, things just don't seem to have the inherent value they used to. You know, it's yeah. Some of them need to take a break. I guess that's about some of these Egypts who, you know, it's just celebrating that Russian planes were. I mean, there's just so much fucking misery and bloodshed, man. It's like I feel like there was I don't know in what verse there was a biblical verse. I don't know if it was like the Book of Revelation or something. They were saying like the hearts of men will grow cold and hard like stone. I'm paraphrasing as usual, but I do see people's hearts are cold, man, and I think people are like there are people wanting to get involved in the war. They want Finland next to join the war, and I think Finland are being primed. And it's just like, why can't everyone just fucking chill? You know, I know I go on about this, but it's like is it, and it's not what I want to be talking about. But it's happening and it's depressing, and like I want to do my part to try and make the world a better place. And I don't know really what I can do. It's like other than you've got to fight the fucking scumbags who are profiting off this and having us at each other's throats over trivial differences while they're getting away with, you know, robbing us blind. And they're bastards. They're bastards. Vegan programmer. Merry Christmas, Martin. Hope you have a good year, mate. You too. And to everyone else in the chat and your family or everyone else watching later on. Alan S. Merry Christmas. Good to see you, Alan. LG. Aching us deep. Ooh. And Martin decides to stream. It's the perfect Christmas. 'Tis the fucking season. Aye. Fucking ding ding. Martin Ellen, how you doing, Captain? Good to see you. Thanks for dropping in. On the fucking paddy hay. That's nice John Deere there, boy. Well, lad, the world's gone to shite. What's with all the billionaires building bunkers lately? Well, that's something to. What do they know that we don't? I don't understand. They obviously know something is going to happen, and you know, things aren't what they seem. You know, somebody that might appear to be fighting each other could all be on the same page, and the world is a stage. You know, you have to. You can't rule anything out. And you always have to be skeptical. Tis the arms on a Dick Jones falling out of the building always makes me laugh. The arms on Dick Jones, aka Ronnie Cox, who apparently plays every year in Ireland. He must be Irish American. And your man, the head of OCP, he's at O'Hurley. Yeah, the boy's done good. Great film though. I haven't seen it for about 20 years, but it's hilarious. Like Paul Verhoeven, he's a fantastic director. How are you doing, 91 Vance? Martin, I'm so broke I can't afford my water bill. So in order to wash my dishes, I spit on my plates to clean them. True story. Do you know what? A lot of people are feeling the pinch this year. That I mean, like I said, the price of things here in Stockholm, food wise, it's just insane. You get your money doesn't go fuck all nowadays. When you think about it, these bad bastards who are running the banks, yeah, the bankers, the merchants, the elite, the fucking the ones who have gamed the financial system to cause chaos and misery and enrich themselves. Like if you think about it, if you apply the pressure of finance very slowly, but very constantly, and you squeeze people very, very consistently, you'll always find war follows and unrest follows financial hard times. Look at the Weimar Republic in Germany, for example, hyperinflation, um, and that gives way to like people looking for a release valve, and next thing you have some charismatic fucking hard case turns up, and the way things are going, people are looking to someone, and that someone what will more often than not be the right person to lead you out of it, and there seems to be controlled opposition ready to just. I saw a video there with Tucker Carlson having Kevin Spacey on. And I was like, Kevin Spacey is an absolute wrongen beyond wrongen. Um, I mean, like he was in the old Vic touching up lads, and a couple of the witnesses mysteriously fucking disappeared and died. Very strange. We can check that out actually if you want. Um, the one with the wooden buttons, that's the fucking job, Missy. Jack Ladd's in the mix. JK. Just watched the movie Thanksgiving the other day. Great film to watch with the family. Yeah, I might check that out because I ended up watching RoboCop, which, hey, we had some great laugh at the end with your man falling out the window. Been loving Masters Universe shorts. Been posting lately. Actually, I have another one which I have put up on, which I've got to put up on YouTube, and I do need to get around to doing them, but I've been quite busy the last few days. I'd imagine the Israelis and Palestinians playing a bit of soccer, World War One style. Well, the thing is, I think culturally they're so far. I mean, like I suppose the native Israelis, as in the ones who were originally from the Holy Lands, would have lived and coexisted in Palestine, for many centuries and whatnot, and they would have more in common with the Palestinians. But like the European lads who just fucking turned up and they're whiter than me, they're fucking totally, at least the Germans and the French or the English or whoever it was that was playing football in the trenches. They're culturally and religiously the same. World War One and Two should never have happened. It was one of the biggest, worst times, like the last century. Some of the worst times humanity has ever known, as far as we're aware. And the way things are shaping up, like I really hope we can divert this, but it feels like all the pieces are kind of all the wheels are coming off big time, and you've got people who are just willingly wanting to send us all into the meat grinder, and they're in control of fucking everything, man. Literally every facet. These villains, these wizards, are in control of everything, and I think not in a bit of faith, especially this time of year. Just remember that it is time for Christmas, and if you are Christian, it's about I suppose the light in the darkness, and the story of the nativity, and it's you think back to when you were a child and how cozy Christmas was, and how much it meant to you, and it used to, for a child, Christmas time is one of the most magical times of the year you can go through. And I often think back like how much has changed in my life personally. This is my 40th Christmas, and I've got my own kids now and whatnot, and things change, and the older you get, the more responsibility is on your shoulders. And all I can say is, couple of white Russians, man. You bet. Sorry about that. I had to add a bit of mirth and comedy relief to that serious monologue. But look, in a nutshell, what I mean to say is things look bad. Things might get worse. Things might get better. But it's good to stop, take a moment, have some gratitude, spend time with your loved ones, your nearest and dearest, let people know how much they mean to you, and take the time to smell the eggnog, Fucking eggnog, man. I make eggnog tomorrow night. Fucking bastards. Bastards. Sorry about that. I was doing an impression of my dad. I feel somewhat disappointed as well that my whole family are together for the first time in years back in Ireland, and unfortunately, this is my fourth Christmas in a row that I won't be back home. Hopefully next year, I'll go home back to fucking me old boy. But since the divorce, fucking financially and time wise, it's not. I don't have the flexibility I once did. It's just the way it do. The pandemic came and fucking leveled everything. But at least that shit's done. What a waste of fucking time that was, man. What's it say here? Total Recall, 3 titties, 100% better than 2. Oh, ha, 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 ha. You get 1 in the mouth, 2 in the hands. Going at it awful very hard. Hey, man, I wish I had 3 hands. You're doing just fine with 2. You need a cab, man? Look at the Caucasian he's drinking. Ha ha. Neo says, yeah, the price of things is insane. If I didn't buy in bulk, know how to cook, I'd be pretty fucked right about now. Yeah, being able to cook is essential. I was I was hoping to make, it is a very unorthodox thing. So in Sweden on the 24th, Christmas Eve, they celebrate Christmas, and I think it's pretty much only like from like Saxon, UK culture that they actually celebrate Christmas Day, and obviously that carried on into the States. And I don't know if it's because of the winter solstice, and also like a lot of the tradition of Santa Claus, and it comes from Norse heritage. The reindeers would have come from Thor and his 8 goats he would have rode around on, and a lot of it does come from Norse mythology and Roman mythology, or pagan traditions as well, but a lot of it does hinge around the cyclical events of the sun and the changing of the seasons. And after this, we do enter the days start getting brighter again. But look, it's cozy enough, man. She's cozy, especially if you look outside. It's I was out with the dog a couple of minutes before this, and I just thought to myself, this is a real picturesque, nice touch. And I heard it's fucking 13 degrees in Birmingham, hey. CM Fox job. Neo says, humans are capable of some pretty horrible things when they have a reason made up in their head of why they are other than you. Yeah, and the thing is, and they'll also, no matter the deed, people have the ability to rationalize things, even though they're totally in the wrong. Yesterday, I I was thinking I'm definitely going to get done on Twitter, because someone, I can't remember what they were talking about. Someone brought up just one of those memes of the Shiba Inu, like NAFO fucking bullshit. Like, this is your brain, and then it's just like a load of mints. And I wrote, another fucking daft clown who communicates in mass-produced memes and slogans. I wrote, up your bum, I'm gonna fucking bum you. Still there, so it's bad when you have to resort to threats of sodomy as a way of social recompense. Fucking Kevin Spacey, that lad is a wrong'un. Yeah, let's look up Kevin Spacey and what he's doing. I love the way Michael Rappaport, that shite comedian from King of Queens, I never liked that show. Like, you'd see it about 20 years ago, be on in gaffs in Galway, and I was like, who is this fucking dickhead, man? He's a wanker. Apparently, let me see. Tucker Carlson job, yeah? Kevin Spacey. I mean, guys, come on. Yeah, he was fucking wronging, man. Okay, I'll share this. I'll share this screen with you all. Let me just have a look at some of your comments first, so I catch up. Kevin, Kevin, space hopper. I'll hop his space. No wait. Oh no, that doesn't work. I'll hop my no. I'll space my hop off is Kevin. I don't know, fuckers. If someone can get the right order of that, throw it in. I was so skint last Christmas that when I opened the first door on the advent calendar, there was a bailiff behind it. Oh, they'll be there, man. Cunts. Crushed. After watching the Hardy Bucks Christmas special there, had to be done, man. Cozy little touching. Crazy how it was less than 100 years ago, and some people seem to have forgotten already. Which World War One was it? Yeah, yeah. Jesus, looking sharp at 40. Thanks very much. Sometimes I don't feel it. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Vinny T. I'm here with a brother from the know from North Macedonia, talking sense. As long as he's not talking shite, Vinny. Oh, ho. What do you have for tomorrow, lad? Give me the fucking summons, good lad. Neo, sometimes you need to go away to come back. Like, that's fucking very true. I've often said it myself. Does anyone want a ham and turkey butty? Ooh, we don't have any ham and turkey. I mean, oh yeah, that's what I meant to say. So I thought I'd make a nice Thai curry, all the trimmings job, and it turned out it was tom kha ghee, which is like or something. It's this kind of coconut milk kind of soup, and it wasn't green curry, but it was nice. We enjoyed it, so it was something different. You lad, Vinny, fucking hand me or twice by. Stick the kettle on too. Oh yeah. I can see the new Santa movie being made starring a black tyranny, directed by someone horrible like Seth Rogen. Yeah, that Santa Inc. didn't do very well, did it? It got fucking ratioed. Have a good Christmas. Better than Spacey. Hey Clarence. Michael Rappaport was only good in Prison Break and The Big Bang Theory. Now he's down in Tel Aviv having some sort of illicit gangbang theory because he keeps going outside pornography shops and going, look at this. You don't get this shit in Gaza. You don't get this in Gaza. Sodomy shops selling fucking butt plugs. You don't get great stuff like that in Gaza. Because I'm Michael Rappaport. You fucking, you know, he's about as funny as cancer. You know what I mean? He just looks like a fucking creep. Big dirty old herpes simplex, botch squad on his fucking chin. And I don't, that even, he couldn't refrain, you know, himself and that Dr. Eli David guy. And it was just like, congratulations, or something like a celebration of the most famous Jew or something. You know what I mean? It's like, they couldn't say just Happy Christmas. They had to bring in the fact that Christ was born Jewish. And when you look at the the crack with Judaism and Zionism and whatnot, it's quite fitting in many ways that Christ was born Jewish, and in terms of the historical context of the mass exodus and things that have happened across the years, it's quite interesting when you look at it in terms of geopolitical context in the last 100 years as well. That of all the people he could have been born into, that he was born Jewish, and they're a fucking mystical bunch, man, a mystical bunch, and that's not even something I've noted. That's basically noticing something biblical, and I know the Abrahamic religions all come out of the Holy Lands, and sometimes it's like, well, we did have pagan beliefs in Europe and other all over the world, but it's strange that the dominant religions are Abrahamic. You had Judaism followed by Christianity, then Islam, but they all basically converge. Those three main religions converge in the Holy Land, which is just been for the last fucking 70 to 100 years have just been engulfed in misery and conflict. And Apparently, there's like 3 intersecting ley lines. So I spoke about this before, but who knows, man? There's something odd going on with that neck of the woods. There's some of the shit like happening there at the moment. Like, give it a, like there's no pause for peace or anything. But it's interesting the way I was thinking, like, of all the people to have been born into Romans or Greeks or Aztecs, that the God of the Bible would decide to have kids down there or a son in that part of the world. But then again, I suppose that's where that religion came from. I watched that movie, man. Fucking that. What's the name of that film, man? Oh yeah, it was like, I can't remember the fucking name of it. What was that one that basically was like this documentary that was out, and it was like it just disproves like it tells it's all lies and it's all built on many other previous religions that came before it. What was the name of that thing everyone was talking about a couple of years ago? Fuck it. Big Bang Theory, probably one of the worst shows of all time, and it was syndicated and played ad nauseum. It's shite. It's crap. It's fucking rubbish. And it goes to show that the level of mental ignorance that most people, I mean, like, unfortunately, there's a baseline of people that will just accept mediocrity and happily hero worship it. Like Ed Sheeran, for example. It's fucking okay. He's talented at what he does, but like, it's just when I hear it, I'm like, oh, that's Ed Sheeran again. It's like the Ed Sheeran of comedy. The drink is a cruel mistress. Is a man better with it or without it? What I'm pondering of this year, 12 pubs got me feeling all sorts. Ooh. Well, look, the drink in moderation is grand. And as Pete Cass once say, even moderation in moderation. That impression is on point. Oh, fucking rap it, but it's just fucking down here in Israel. Fucking, he just couldn't have a normal, happy Christmas, everybody. He had to bring in Gaza being such a shithole run by nutters into the mix. Do you know what I mean? It was just like he couldn't. He just had to. He's obviously been paid some sort of few bob to be there, and I mean, talk about bringing in the worst ambassador for your cause. Let's see. I'm gonna find Michael Crapapore. He's what's funny. He's a hole in a boat, man. He's a bell and a wrong'un, like the guy who wrote Borat 2. Okay, here we oh yeah, I like the way. Of course, he's also retweeting Dr. Eli David, whoever he was. And that Visegrad 24, man, they definitely, they've been one of the biggest like content aggregators for pro NATO expansionism and Russophobia. You know what? Like I see, like I don't know an awful lot about Russians. I own a Russian dog, and he's pretty cool. He sleeps now. I fucking need you in my life, you mad bastard. But he's a good dog. But anyone, I mean, I can't really recall meeting anyone from Russia over the years that has been that have been nasty, or and it seems to me it's funny, like how didn't Putin didn't he kick out central banks or something, or Western central banks like Rothschild banks? I don't know if that's true or not, but it would explain a lot. It would explain a lot. Because these bankers, man, they're fucking wrong'uns, and we all need to kick them out of our countries, and we need to like throw the yoke of central banking and all the filth that comes with it out of our lands, because money is the love of money is the root of all evil. Change a man for the worse. Okay, let's see what is said here. Let us see what is said here. Oh, look, here we go. Visegrad. Look, do you see the pattern here? Are you noticing a pattern? So here, this guy, Eli David. So it's like Gaza City. 1 week before they decided to break into Israel, kill over 1,000 and kidnap hundreds. Well, apparently, apparently there are claims saying that perhaps their own helicopters and tanks were killing shitloads of people because they didn't even know who was who. So they were just fucking firing hellfire rockets at people escaping with Apaches. And it seems more likely when you look at it than it does. Now here we go. This was saying, "Happy birthday to the one of the greatest Jews of all time." And then you go into the comment section, and then let's see what people say. Look at this. Don't Jews hate him with a passion? Depends on the context. This will be quite interesting now. There'll be some. Yeah, if the context is that Israel is at war and needs the support of American Christians, yes, and he is the greatest Jew of all time. Otherwise, Jesus deserved what he got. Jews would do it again if he were alive today, and Christians were mere goyim like everyone else. Yeah, I don't know who. Yeah, so I mean, everyone practiced slavery. So look, it's there's obviously a lot of mad shit happening in on X at the moment, but like you have but I just wanted to go into this one here, talking about the Scooby Doo's, man. Here we go. Let's watch this now. He just couldn't leave it, you know what I mean?
Christmas. Merry Christmas from Israel. Anybody who's celebrating. Unfortunately, there ain't going to be no Christmas in the Gaza Strip. Santa Claus can't land his sled in Gaza. You think Rudolph, Dancer, and Prancer are going to let
Rudolph, Dancer,
Santa
and
Claus
Prancer? That's what Christmas is about, yeah.
And that that's been ran into the ground by Hamas. No, Hamas doesn't celebrate Christmas. Hamas doesn't celebrate Valentine's Day, Pride Week. Doesn't do any of that. God forbid Santa was to land his sleigh in the Gaza Strip. Hamas would rob him, possibly rape him. There's no Christmas in Gaza. Sorry. It's sad, but like I said, there's no Valentine's Day. There's no Easter. There's nothing. There is nothing fun in the Gaza Strip because Hamas runs the Gaza Strip.
Okay, it's not about the fact that they've been
Hamas, you ruin
squashed
everything.
into a fucking 20 strip kilometers of land, to the most densely populated part of the world. Not that they've been under occupation for that long. You know, like this, like there's just no nuance to these people, and I realize that it's quite funny when you notice. You know, I've been doing a lot of noticing lately. You see, and you notice this that these NAFO clowns are also, you know, vehemently, you know, you can see the likes of this Visegrad here. I'll show you that in a second. Here, look, Visegrad. Like, I don't know who these people popped up, but there was an email going about to influencers about a month ago saying that they'll pay them $5,000. Look at him with the sound off. Look at the fucking state of him, man. Like, I tell you who he reminds me of. Do you ever see X-Men, directed by nonce extraordinaire Bryan Singer? You know that guy who turned into a jellyfish? He looks like that lad. Fucking shirty ganley, mahan. It's literally none of his business. A country's government rarely, if ever, reflects the actual people. Just a bunch of assholes pulling strings everywhere. Yeah, exactly. But then you have these videos that these pro-Ukraine. I mean, are they bot farms? They must be people paid by intelligence services to just keep people annoyed, because it annoys me, and it annoys me especially this time of year that it should be a time for peace, reflection, and goodwill to all mankind. But it's not, though. It's about keep it going and use our traditions and our good nature against us to get ourselves, attack them. They're the enemy. And it pisses me off to no end, because I'm all about bringing people together. Always have been. And, I don't like violence. You know, there is a time where you do have to defend yourself. But, like, you know, it's like the white feather back in World War One, where attractive women would try and make a bollocks out of lads who didn't want to serve conscientious objectors who didn't want to go and die in the fucking hellhole trenches of France, and they would be given a white feather to shame them into joining the war. Look at this guy's face, man. The fucking he's a bit he's a bit purple around the middle of his face. I'd say old Michael Rappaport. I mean, I like a lush myself, but I'd say he is a secret lemonade drinker of the highest order. Cheers, horse. Appreciate it. Rappaport is on a paid propaganda trip, earning a shekels, same as Elon. Yeah. Well, I have to say, this was a very interesting thing yesterday that I seen. I'm going to be person non grata in the showbiz game. For just basically noticing. This is quite interesting. Now, Ryan Dawson has been banned off YouTube many times, but this is quite an interesting thing here. And this isn't anything to do with, I mean, I have a lot of friends who come from, the tribe, let's say, and it's not, and like this isn't, this it's basically like in Ireland, we have a bunch of fucking officials that are making our life a misery. I call them out, and like this is always you always have to do this like caveat or this disclaimer. It's like the system has been gamed so exquisitely, so excellently that you cannot level any very rational criticism without basically running the gauntlet of cancellation. And like look at this, for example, and this has had 186,000 likes, right? So I mean that's 186,000 likes. It seems to me like the PR war of this, like much like the let's see, much like what was going on in Ukraine. For anyone who was like sitting on the fence, just basically trying to Socratically weigh things up and kind of figure out what's going on here, and anyone like myself who were then calling for peace from a humanitarian point of view, oh fucking Vetnik, all this kind of bullshit. These people have really damaged, like the guys who are conscripted and fighting in the trenches and being killed on both sides. My heart goes out to them. My heart goes out to them and their families for what they've had to endure. But at the same time, the fucking assholes on the likes of Twitter that will make uncouth jokes or add music to the misery of people fighting for their lives. It's fucking disgusting, man. And it's still going on at Christmas time. And the devil makes work for idle hands, and I doubt these people have much going on in their lives. Shitty Ganley, man. Oh, how fucking tiny shiny fucking Ganley, man. Michael Rappaport want to bag of fucking tools for the machine, man. I'd say he never, like, I tweeted yesterday saying, like, you wouldn't, I'd say he wanted to get onto Epstein's Island, but Epstein probably thought he was too needy. Yeah. People had run away just looking at his fucking face. Wow, that commentator has a lot of time on his hands. Which to F everybody. Oh yeah, him. Happy Christmas, Occam's Brute. It seems like people are desensitized to bad shit. I've noticed a lot of people don't seem to have much empathy these days. You know what? The amount in the last couple of months, I've seen so much crazy shit, right? And I think the Overton window has really moved far. Like, there are those people who will gladly go onto like ogrish.com or rotten.com or fucking live leak and sit there, and then they'll be like, oh, did you see the guy getting beheaded with a fucking spoon? And they're like, yo, did you see this one? Weird shit. Like, It's not good. Like you can't put the genie back in the bottle on that one. You know what I mean? And it's like people who look at that kind of stuff. But look, okay, I've gone down this route. It's Christmas. I don't want to speak about this anymore, but I just feel like we're living in a time of mass deception where things that are abhorrent and should be called out for what they are needs to be done, man. As Chairface would say, "Ba juju man." And I personally don't think that I'm saying anything that is beyond the pale. I think that I'm that what I'm discussing is pretty much the sentiments of most people with a good moral compass. Because what I'm seeing and what I have seen over the last 2 years, and then previous to that, the bullshit that was happening with the fucking lockdowns. Vinny says, only because it's Christmas, I let you away with mentioning Ned Beeran. Oh. But on top of that now, like let's park let's park the doom bus now. And I'm gonna have to shoot off because I gotta wrap some presents. But I wish you all the very best with your nearest and dearest, and I wish you all a very blessed and prosperous new year of health, wealth, and happiness, and peace. And I do indeed mean that wholeheartedly, and I mean that for the world, and hopefully the right people step up in terms of leadership across the globe and do something that is positive instead of going down the wrong route. You know, I think we have to start electing people who aren't shills, who aren't compromised, who aren't paid by big money, and work together for humanity as a whole. Any more podcasts with Eddie Bravo? Fucker wouldn't get back to me. I'll give his number out if he doesn't. I'll say, ring Eddie, man. He's fucking sound. But I'd gladly have a drink and smoke with everyone in here. Galad Neo, hey. Tyler Gard, how are you getting on? Merry Christmas, boy. Good to fucking see you, lad. Have a good one. Patrick, how are you, fucking Patrick? Hey. Happy Christmas to you and yours, brother, and same to you. And I just want to say, for all of you who have been watching this channel over the years, thanks for sticking with me. I know sometimes I can be a bit repetitive or I can keep rambling, but it's a nice little touch. And like I said, I said I was going to come on and do it. I was later than usual, but I thought I'll do this and we'll enjoy the crack. And glad I did it now. But I'm going to have to go now and do a bit of packing. Presents, hey. Presents. Oh, such a bit of present work, man. So enjoy the turkey tomorrow. Big fucking drum of Quality Street job. Oh, Bailey's. The EastEnders. Christmas special. A who done it? Who died? What's going to happen? AOR says, peace and prosperity to you all in here. Good lad. LG says, logging off for the night, Martin. Have a good Christmas. And to the rest of you, love you all. Take care and hold your loved ones tight. Merry Christmas, you beautiful motherfuckers. Very nice, LG. Fair play to you. Just a big ass meal for those who don't partake. Ha ha. Merry Christmas, sir. I hope you're doing well. Cheers, Pierce. Merry Christmas, you cheeky bastards. You cute. Fair play to you, Z. AOR, Adult Orientated Rock says, peace and prosperity to you all in here. Merry Christmas, Martin, says Shawnee Thornton. Thanks for the live touching her, brother. You're very welcome, mate. You're very welcome. I took your advice. I stuck my college and got a job in Yankland. I appreciate you, buddy. Had to be done. Get some of them Benjamin Franklins into the claw. Put some away, hey. I'm cooking some 24-hour turkey for my cousin and his girl tomorrow. They're going to love it. Ooh, lovely stuff. My Christmas tree is it's very small. It's about this big. I didn't get a big one. We just use the same one every year. Pull it out of a box, as is, back in. Distance man, good to see you. Okay, well, look at everyone. I'm gonna leave it there. like I said, look, I don't want to be. I feel like it's like a broken record about all the shit that's going on out there. I don't want to be talking about serious stuff. I want to be talking about fun stuff. But that's just the way it is, and at least I'm honest about it, But it's a hell of a occasion, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah, das ist gut. It had to be done. Had to be done. Right. Happy Christmas, and I'll be seeing you before the new year, and I'll be playing live music for next week. So nice to be getting back on the stage, playing a bit, and having the crack. So take it handy on the roads, and enjoy your time with your nearest and dearest, and look after yourselves. And much love to you all, and happy Christmas. Good night and God bless.